Hi guys, glad to be here and welcome all of you to CleverTap Quarterly and happy to be representing AirAsia to present our journey from travel to a super app. So AirAsia is now a one-stop travel super app with use cases from e-commerce to fintech to everything which a user wants, right? It's a collection of 15 lines of businesses, and our customer base is of course huge, right? With 75 million users, 40 million app downloads, and to provide them with a seamless customer experience. I think I remember when we met CleverTap team earlier on, right? And they mentioned something like you have to make your users feel special. So we have tried to incorporate that feeling not across our whole app through various channels, not only our marketing but across all the app features, so that the user really feels that he's part of something special. And with that, our aim to be an important app for users everyday lifestyle essentials, and for everyone there is something always on AirAsia.com. So that's AirAsia.com. Can we go to next? So I look over the social and engagement product modules for AirAsia. What that essentially means is that we started with building some social infra within the app so that we are able to drive community features within the app. That is just like another channel within the app, right? So you are able to build network effects from within the app. How it evolved was that during this COVID period, especially post lockdown, the community groups within AirAsia app became a center of all the conversation. That is this place safe to travel? Is this the place where I can go right now? From Kuala Lumpur travelers to Penang travelers, there were multiple chat rooms which were there, where users engaged to know whether a place was doing good or not, as well as interact with what are the lockdown rules in various locations. So that was one of the first goals. Apart from that, since AirAsia, for AirAsia, marketing automation was something really new. So activating more channels so that we are able to enhance our user engagement was one of the second goals which I had. And then working with marketing team to build a holistic user journey and drive true growth, right? Not only focusing on acquisition metrics, but also focusing on retention metrics for us. So that's roughly been what I've been working on for the past year or so. And travel has changed a lot through these times, right? Of course, COVID has been hard on all travel related apps or travel related companies, right? And there is no denying that fact. But I think from Airbnb launching online experiences so that people still stay connected to the platform, to community chat rooms which AirAsia.com launched, right? A lot of things which could go virtual have gone virtual in the world of travel as well. What Sunil was earlier mentioning, right, that through this lockdown there have been three phases for every company. That initially there is a sense of confusion, then you are identifying the low-hanging fruits, and then you are accelerating towards it. I think for us the good thing was that we got some heads up due to our businesses in China, and we realized very early that this is the time where we accelerate our transformation plans. So while the transformation plans were already in place pre-COVID, what COVID really helped in is that since BAU was drastically impacted, we started focusing even more aggressively on our transformation into becoming that comprehensive lifestyle platform for everyone. And this not only included features which came in just because of COVID, right? There were some great things which we were working on nevertheless, and we connected those to the users' needs during COVID. One of the things which was launched during that time was the AirAsia Unlimited Pass for Malaysia. That was the first unlimited pass which was launched, right? And later on it was replicated across various other geographies very successfully as well. Indonesian pass sales are recently went live last week. Similarly, we realized that affordability is something which has been impacted during COVID. So we launched our package deals in form of Snap, wherein you can get flight plus hotel deals at almost the best, at the best price guaranteed, right? And these were really some things which have been in motion, but these got accelerated as well as connected to those specific user needs which came during lockdown. Another thing which came during lockdown was that, as we realized that of course travel is significantly impacted, is launching certain verticals which are getting a lot of demand from customer side, which is getting our own food delivery, fresh food delivery, and duty free home delivery. And these verticals have sort of got that renewed focus into building the daily use case for our app as well, and transforming AirAsia from a travel based platform to a super app. I think we can go to the next. So I'll compare what a travel journey looks like for us compared to what an e-commerce journey looks like, right? So for an e-commerce journey, normally the fulfillment for a user would be from 1 day to 1 week. For a food delivery, it might be even hours within the same day, right? Because of that, the time period when you can engage a customer is relatively very short, right? After he's done with the fulfillment, nobody really is wanting to be engaged for that particular order, and therefore the engagement becomes more promotional or marketing rather than related to that particular order. Travel, on the other hand, offers us a bigger or a much larger engagement window. By that I mean that there would be a lot of relevant order related information which you can still give to the user, like check-in is open now, there is a relevant hotel you can buy if you have not yet bought, there is an activity you can buy if you have not yet, because you have a good heads up into when that person is flying, right? And because of that, the metrics also slightly change. For a regular e-commerce, daily active users make a lot of sense, right? And for a media, average user time spent makes a lot of sense. For travel, on the other hand, monthly active users and the cohorts are something which make a lot more sense, because you are able to view it according to the larger window which you have of transactions, right? And since now we have a lot more categories where a user can transact, we have 15 different lines of businesses, right? We see that number of categories which a user transaction has also become very relevant for us. And we right from where we started, right? We started with not knowing marketing automation or understanding marketing automation a lot. We started activating a lot more channels within our app, and we currently use push notification in app inbox, web push, and Chinese OEM delivery for push. Why? So I'll stress on the last part, because I think the other four are something which all of the companies as well use. But we have realized that Chinese OEM delivery is really important for us, considering that we have around significant user base based out of China, right? So delivering to their devices which are not using Google Play services is really important. So this is one of the case study which we recently did, and through this we have been able to drive higher conversion using CleverTap's action-based push. What is action-based push? That based on a certain event which a user has done, we decide if another action is not done, we decide that a certain push notification is sent to those users, and resulting in a higher conversion. So this is the simplest use case which I could think of, which could be actionable for a lot of users, and this really worked for us. So we actually got a 12% increase in conversions. I think the number has been updated. So the latest number is we got a 12% uplift in conversion because of this. And this is a really simple personalized push notification with maybe a relevant image and maybe some personalization in the push messaging. But probably the implementation is probably the simplest of any push notification you can have. So this really worked for us. I think we can go to next. And as I mentioned, right, so the reason we went into the super app is to have more use cases within the app, so as to drive that higher amount of repeat visits for the user, to build that comprehensive lifestyle platform where there is something for everyone at every moment, right? And since now we have those use cases, now it's time to enhance our travel journey, which we always had with hotels, activities, and a lot of other e-commerce products which we have launched around food and groceries. What it also means that we are transforming from just a platform which catered to travel needs to something which, to a platform which caters to everyday lifestyle essentials, and there is always something for everyone. So that's AirAsia super app, AirAsia.com super app.